the Baby Club, Spanish Honors Society, and a student ambassador. Lucy's college choices include Eastern Kentucky University and the University of Kentucky. Lucy Berry. Number 14, Lily Giles. Lily being escorted by her parents, Troy and Benson Giles, and her brother, Clay. She attended Morton Middle School and has been a member of the basketball program for 3 years. Lily is also a member of the varsity soccer team, the V Crew, the Spanish Club, Service Club, Beta Club, Business Club, and Medical Club. Lily's college choices include Center College, Furman University, St. Louis University, High Point University, and the University of Kentucky. Lily Giles. And now to boys basketball. David Few, manager. David is being escorted by his mother, Kelly Copperberg, his stepfather, Mary Walters. He attended Lincoln Middle School and has been the basketball team manager for 1 year. David is also involved in the intramural basketball, mid-level basketball, JV soccer, and is a member of the Beta Club and Service Club. David plans to study sports marketing, and his college choices include the University of Kentucky, Xavier University, and the University of Central Florida. David Few. Number 12, Wilson Hampton. Wilson is being escorted by his mother, Colleen Barr, his father, John Hampton, sister, Mary Martin Hampton, stepfather, Peter Barr, and brother, Bobby Barr. Wilson attended Morton Middle School and has been a member of the basketball program for 4 years. He's also a member of the Spanish Club, Beta Club, and plays tennis. Wilson's college choice is Auburn University. Wilson Hampton. Number 21, Matthew Taylor. Matthew is being escorted by his parents, Tom and Christy Taylor, his grandfather, Bob Warren, his aunt, Debbie Ralph, and his brother, T. He attended St. Peter and Paul Middle School, has been a member of the basketball program for 4 years. Matthew is also a member of the Service Club, Beta Club, and student government. Matthew's college choices include Xavier University, Ohio State University, and Miami of Ohio. Matthew Taylor. Number 4, Peyton Pelfrey. Peyton is being escorted by his parents, Anne and Jennifer Pelfrey, and his grandmother, Judy Pelfrey. He's been a member of the basketball program for the past 7 years, attending Mary Queen Middle School. Peyton is also involved in the Service Club and Battle Gang Car Club. Peyton's college choice is the University of Kentucky. Peyton Pelfrey. Number 11, Ian Rothbell. Ian is being escorted by his parents, Jim and Jim Rothbell, his grandparents, Jim and Mary Lou Rothbell, who have been watching Elson basketball on prep spin for the last 2 years from Pittsburgh, PA. Ian attended Lexington Middle School, has been a member of the basketball program for the past 7 years. Ian is also a member of the soccer team, the Service Club, Beta Club, Dance Club Committee, and a student ambassador. Ian His college choice is Auburn University. Ian Rothbard. Number 10, Jackson Smith. Jackson is being escorted tonight by his parents, Brian and Lisa Smith, his sister, Cassidy Smith, and his grandparents, Walt and Tony Good, Gene Smith and Tom Sweeney. Jackson attended Christ the King Middle School, has been a member of the basketball program for 8 years. He is also the founder and CEO of JS Corp and Propel Connoisseur, a member of the varsity football team, the Lexington Catholic Political Machine, a Game of Thrones enthusiast, is on the Dance Blue Committee, a Kudoba Rewards member. I'll just read this stuff. A professional Instagram model, a bureaucrat, and the head of Wisdom Wednesday. Jackson's college choices consist of Miami University, Vanderbilt University, Xavier University, the University of Evansville, the University of Phoenix Online, and ITT Technical Institute. Jackson Smith. Number 32, Luke Wedding. Luke is being escorted tonight by his parents, Mike and Christy Wedding, and his siblings, Lucy, Jack, and Jacob Wedding. Luke attended Lincoln Catholic Middle School and has been a member of the basketball program since the 8th grade. Luke's college choice is the University of Kentucky. Luke Wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our boys and girls basketball senior night. Once again, to all Lexington Catholic students, Student Government Association is brought tonight as a spirit event. Students can check in using the LC Knights app, their smartphones, to earn points for their respective houses in the race for the House Cup. If you do not get that yet, you can have one for free from the App Store for iPhone or Google Play Store for Android. Just search LC Knights. Please remember to set your house affiliation in your profile before checking in at this event. The event is called Spirit Event for Basketball Senior Night SGA House Cup points. You can earn 1 point at the House Cup for each student who checks in using the app. The check-in is open from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. So please check in and support your house.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
At Atkinson Sims & Kermode, we are here to help you get back to what matters most.
Helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose. We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief.
A better life can't exist after bankruptcy. Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78. Call us today and take the first step towards a new beginning.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees? Through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop, you can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Atkinson Sims & Kermode, we are here to help you get back to what matters most.
Helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose. We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief.
A better life can't exist after bankruptcy. Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78. Call us today and take the first step towards a new beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky.
All right, live here at Lexington Catholic High School. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I know we went live for senior night. Of course, we had the girls' game before. Went live for senior night, and then kind of just waiting around. You know, they put 20 minutes up on the clock, so we're trying to waste a little bit of that time here, Gary Ball. But want to thank our sponsors, of course. But this game is a big game tonight, man. You got the 12th and 11th region going toe-to-toe.
You got two powerhouses. Lincoln County's the team that has been riding an 8-game winning streak. They're 22-6 on the season. And Lexington Catholic have one of their finest seasons in a long time, 25-2, number 3 in the state in the RPI. It depends on the poll you look at, but they're in the top 10 in every poll, William. It doesn't matter which poll you look at. They're in the top 10 in the Associated Press. They're number 5 in the AP poll. They're in the top 10 in Dave Cantrell's top 20 ranking. So this is a powerful Lexington Catholic team taking on Lincoln County. Good test for the Knights here tonight. Lincoln County, one of the powers out of the 12th region, so the 11th region 12th matchup here tonight. And Lexington Catholic at home on senior night, so it will be a good game here tonight at Lexington Catholic.
I'm excited, you know, and I like the matchup. You had mentioned before we went on air, hey, Lincoln County's got that big, tall guy underneath, Bodner. Yeah,
Bodner's a load at 6'8". He averages a double-double, so he's a prolific scorer and rebounder. Jackson Smith just joined the 1,000-point club for Lincoln County. Tim Estes, the WPBK, was telling me. Yeah. And so he just joined the 1,000-point club. And the thing about it, he's a sophomore. He's done that in just a couple of years. I think he played a little bit as an 8th grader, but he's done that as a freshman, now a sophomore. So 1,000-point clubber for Lincoln County. He can shoot it. So they got a big guy down low, and they got some outside shooters outside. But Ben Johnson, of course, he's a load too.
Absolutely. And you know, this game is unique because you got two teams with the Jackson Smith on each team.
Yeah, you got a Jackson Smith for Lincoln County, a 5'10" sophomore, as we just mentioned, 14 points a game. And you got Jackson Smith for Lexington Catholic, a 6'4" senior who's averaging about 6-7 points a game. You know, the key tonight for Lexington Catholic, Ben Johnson will get his. When I say get his, he's by the way, he's edging up the leading scorer. The leading scorer in the state is at 26.6.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson is 26.1. So he's less than a point away. If he has a big game tonight or a big game in his final night, he could take over that state's scoring honor.
Yeah, I mean, he's very capable of getting 50 points.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
So. Now, can he do it against Lincoln County tonight? Lincoln County's always known under Coach Jeff Jackson as a defensive team.
Third best defense in the state.
They are good, man. And I tell you, Jeff Jackson's been doing it for years, ever since he was at UHA, University Heights Academy, all the way to now. And he's brought up point guards along the way. I talked about Robbie Moss the other day, you know, one of his point guards down at UHA. Well, when you look at Lincoln County over the years, they've had outstanding point guards. So I tell you what, Jeff Jackson is a point guard coach. He loves that dribble drive. He'll do what he got to do here tonight.
I think the key tonight for Lexington Catholic will not be Ben Johnson. I think he'll get his 25, 30 points. Or he may go off for more than that. But I think Jack Goman, who's been averaging double figures ever since it turned 2020, has been averaging about 15 points a game for the Knights. And I think Luke Weddy needs to be hitting the three-pointer tonight for Lexington Catholic, because this is a good Lincoln County team.
Yeah, and I think Peyton Pelfrey may get some playing time tonight. You know, he had a twisted ankle that last game, so he didn't get to play in the last game, but I think he will be back tonight for Lexington Catholic coming off the bench.
Yeah, Lexington Catholic plays a lot of guys off that bench. They play Rothbauer, and they play Pappin, and they play Hawkins, Michael Hawkins, a 6'6" sophomore. The strength and the size coming off the bench is from Hawkins there for Lexington, for Lincoln County. Lexington Catholic as well. They go very deep, William, and tonight they play Lincoln County. 22-6 is the record for Lincoln County, and they, like Lexington Catholic, they've got out of their region and played some pretty good basketball teams this year.
Yeah.
So it's a team that's played a pretty good strength of schedule.
Yeah, always. There's a couple teams actually 3 teams, I would say, in the 12th region that does that consistently. That's Pulaski County that gets out and plays. That's West Jessamine that gets out and play in Lincoln County. And if you look over the history of that Pacific region, those 3 teams are usually always the teams that are on top because they play for the playoffs.
You're right. And so it'll be Lincoln County and Lexington Catholic. Lexington Catholic 25 wins, and they'll be in the district tournament next week on Wednesday night against the winner of the 4-5 game, which is Lafayette and Dunbar on Monday night. And by the way, Prep Spin's going to be your home for the 43rd District. We'll be over at Tate's Creek next Monday night for that girl-boy doubleheader. Tuesday night for those great games with Tate's Creek, the home team playing. They play LCA, and then Lexington Catholic Wednesday night will take on the winner of Monday, and then the girls' action will be that'll be the 43rd District. We'll have the championships on Friday night from Tate's Creek. And then we have a complete 11th Region Tournament action right here on Prep Spin.
That's some breaking news, Gary Ball. Some breaking news right there. That's awesome. All right. So, and we appreciate Coach Salzman, too, by the way, at the district tournament, or district drawing. He said, hey, do you guys mind if Prep Spin broadcast these games? And, he kind of led the charge there with that, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, we do. Coach Salzman, of course, I've been a big advocate of Catholic ever since I've been back in Lexington, about 20 years now. I started out at the Catholic radio station, WMJR. That's where I got my start when I started doing play-by-play. And, of course, Lexington Catholic's near and dear to Mr. Warfield, too, the king of string, as is LCA.
You know where I got my professional start at, right? WPBK.
Oh, yeah.
WPBK.
So they're near and dear to you.
Tim Estes and Jonathan Smith, the owner of the station, gave me an opportunity to do the East and West Jessamine games on WPBK during the 12th Region Tournament way back when. And we did that back-to-back years, once at Lincoln County High School, once at Pulaski County High School, and people just kind of fell in love with it. That was really the start of all this, was them giving me the opportunity and me falling in love.
Started here at Lexington Catholic doing there. That was my stint here in the 11th Region. Of course, I started my career up in Northern Kentucky covering the 9th Region back in the 80s and did that for about 15 years. And I was the voice of Northern Kentucky, covered, Boone County in football, Highlands in football and all those schools, and then basketball. Back in the day, Boone County used to be a powerhouse in football. I don't know what's happened to the Rebels.
I remember my brother-in-law went to Henry Clay, and that was the first playoff game I ever seen, was on the road at Boone County, and that place right there was just electrifying from what I remember as a little kid going to that particular football game, and just taking in all that energy that the Boone County fans was giving out there to root against Henry Clay in that one. That was amazing.
Yeah, Boone County, they got a new coach last year.
I got stories tonight.
Bryson Warner. Bryson Warner is the new coach at Boone County. He was a coach at Ryle. He took them to the football state championships, and now he's the coach at Boone County. We're just seconds away from the starting lineups here tonight from the public address announcer. Lexington Catholic and Lincoln County. Lincoln County, a good team out of the 12th. Lexington Catholic, a great team out of the 11th Region. And we're going to have the starting lineups here. And we'll give those to you after the announcements for the starting lineups here by Mr. Martin.
Turn off the here.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lexington Catholic High School and the Beaver Athletic Center for tonight's boys varsity contest featuring out of Lincoln County, the Patriots and the Knights from Lexington Catholic. Now introducing their starting lineups first. For the visitors on the scoreboard tonight in the red uniforms, the Patriots and their starters. At guard, number 1, Bryson Alcorn. At guard, number 4, Elijah Fry. At guard, number 10, Jackson Smith. At guard, number 12, Baylor Mattingly.
Well, Jackson Smith's wearing number 10, by the way, Gary.
And center, number 44, Riley Boatner.
Yep. So Jackson Smith, Elijah Fry, Riley Bodner, Baylor Mattingly, and Bryson Alcorn. That's your 5 starters for Lincoln County. And now the seniors will start for Lexington Catholic.
All right, so they got this little intro thing going on here at Catholic. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell you what, the dungeon over there, they got the ESPN table out, but they're not as rowdy right now. Normally during this music, they're really hype, you know?
introducing the home team on the scoreboard tonight. In the white uniforms, the Knights and their starters. At forward, number 10, Jackson Smith. At guard, number 11, Rothbauer. At guard, number 12, Wilson Hampton. At guard, number 21, Matthew Payton. Also at guard, number 32, Luke Blanton. Head coach of the Knights, Brandon Salzman.
So Catholic starting Matthew Payton, Luke Wedding, Ian Rothbauer, Jackson Smith. And you've also got starting in there Wilson Hampton will start. It'll be Bodner, and he will go up against Luke Wedding, which is about set for basketball here. Lexington Catholic and Lincoln County here tonight on Prep Spin, the Mingy Beef Jerky high school basketball game of the week. Wedding wins the tap, and he gets it back to Rothbauer. Rothbauer works it across. He'll be checked by Smith out front. Swing it around the right side as they go to Hampton. Back around it comes now to Smith. Back out top to Wedding. He penetrates. Goes knocked away there by Bodner. Good defense, William, by Bodner.
Yeah, Bodner, he's going to get a lot of block shots tonight, I would imagine, the way Lexington Catholic attacks inside the paint.
I believe that was a block shot. A block pass. Wedding out of the left baseline, off the front of the iron, no, and tapped around, and getting the basketball will be Jackson Smith. He'll bring it down himself. Smith out front, handling the basketball for Lincoln County. They're in their red uniforms. Catholic in the home white here tonight on Prep Spin, as you're watching anywhere in the country tonight on Prep Spin. They swing it down to Alcorn. Back to Bodner. He goes outside, and that'll be over and back as he threw it out back to Madeley. Madeley couldn't track it down before it went over the timeline. It'll be Catholic basketball. How long will Coach Salzman stay with these seniors?
I think most of the first quarter, I would imagine, unless they get in a deep hole, which very capable of doing Lincoln County. I know the 12th region quite often, Gary.
Payton, Wedding. Back it comes to Luke Wedding. Comes out to Rothbauer.
Kind of my grassroots, if you will.
Yep, that's where it all started for you. Jackson Smith. They swing it around the perimeter. They're just working the basketball out to Hampton. Get it down low. They kick it over to Smith, right side on Bodner, underneath the basket, and he kicks it back to Hampton. Back it goes Luke Wedding. He reverses it and misses it and tipped around. Good hustle by Catholic as they get the ball back. Hampton gets it over to Wedding. Down low, wide open, and they miss the layup. Gets it back, puts it up, foul. So Smith will go to the free throw line.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, you had mentioned about, bringing guys off the bench, putting them back in there. I would say Ben Johnson is going to be the first guy coming in there, wouldn't you?
He better be. State's one of the leading scorers in the state, just 0.5 of a point behind the leading scorer. I believe it's a kid from Robertson County as that free throw's up and good by Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith, by the way, William, is one of the leading field goal shooters in the state at 67%. And he missed a layup. Hit both free throws, though, and it's 2-0 Knights, leading Lincoln County. Full court press by Lex Cath. In the middle it comes now to Fry. Fry gives it back out top to Alcorn, to the basket, and knocked away. We're going to have a foul called against the Lexington Catholic.
It's going to go against 21 of Lexington Catholic. Help me out.
That's going to be Matthew Payton, his first. At the line will be Preston Alcorn, and he is a southpaw, and he knocks it down. 2-1, Catholic on top of Lincoln County. 6:14 to go in this first quarter of action from the Buter Center here on the campus of Lexington Catholic. Alcorn trying to tie it up for the first time. William, the king of string.
Appreciate that, Gary.
Alcorn rattles it out, rebounded by Wedding. Luke Wedding, he gives it up over to Ian Rothbauer. Rothbauer works it down the right side. He's cut off there by Smith. Angles toward the basket, put up a tough shot, and it rolls off the back. Rebounded, coming out with it, Smith. Smith gets it up over to Fry. Down low, Bodner. Back to Fry. Fry fakes, goes right side, hangs. Has it blocked by Wedding. What a rejection by Luke. Wedding.
We'll save that for the highlight clip.
Hampton. Back out it comes. Smith looking out top to Matthew Papin. Papin now gives it back to Smith. Smith hands it to Luke Wedding. He thought about the three. Goes to the basket and scoops it up and in.
Nice shot.
Luke Wedding.
We'll watch that again on the replay.
4-1. The Knights have a 3-point lead over Lincoln County, one of the top teams out of the 12th region, number 13 in the state. It's a top 20 battle here tonight. William Warfield, King of String.
I like it.
In the corner it goes, and there's Mattingly, knocks it down. Baylor Mattingly with the trifecta. We're tied 4-all for the first time tonight.
We were hyping this game up, weren't we?
Yeah. It's 4-4.
I think it's going to come down to a wire, too. Strange thing.
Shot put up on the right side, and that's going to be thrown in bounds. Bodner gets it as it was thrown in bounds by Smith. Good hustle on the shot there by Hampton. 4-4 is your score, 4:35 here in the first quarter. Mattingly again, right side, bullseye. Boy, Mattingly's got a stroke, doesn't he?
He does.
Second three-pointer, and it's 7-4 Lincoln County, and here come the troops. 3 subs get up, the 3 starters. Goman, Jack, one of those. Ben Johnson, Luke Wedding to the basket, kicks it over the right side. Out top they go now. Give it back to Luke Wedding. Wedding, and that rolls off. Rebounded down low and put up and in by Smith.
Jackson crashing the boards. You got to like that if you're Coach Salzman.
7-6, Lincoln County on 2 trifectas by Mattingly. They're on top by 1, 3:49 in the first quarter. Down court is Alcorn over to Fry, over to Bodner, and he knocks it down. Nice shot by Riley Bodner.
Wow, he's got that Bill Cartwright square up, don't he?
9-6, he sure does. Got the shoulder squared, and that ball's knocked out of bounds, and that'll get in the ball game. Will be Jack Goman, number 3.
Ben
also
Johnson
Ryan Russell. Yeah, Ryan Russell and Ben Johnson. So the starters are back in there. They gave him almost 5 minutes. That's pretty good by Brandon Salzman, I think. By the way, Brandon was named the 11th Region Coach of the Year this year.
Yes, congratulations.
Voted on by the coaches.
And what about did you hear about the 12th? Was it Jackson?
I didn't hear about the 12th. I could find out for you.
It's either going to be Jeff Jackson or possibly the head coach over at East Jessamine, who's having an outstanding season.
Yeah, they are. They've won 18, 19 games, I believe.
Yeah.
But Lincoln's coming in at 22-6, so I would say it would be Jackson.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson has it on the left side, looking out top to Goman, Jack Goman. Back they swing it to Russell. Over it goes to Jack Goman. Gives to Ben Johnson, posting up, cutting through, and to the basket, up and in. Nice shot by Smith. Looked like some contact. He might have got fouled, but it's 9-8. Lead cut to 1.
Whatever it is, a hard-earned basket there for Smith.
Elijah Fry down to the paint, banks it up, no, tapped up, and rebounded by Luke Wedding. Gives to Ben Johnson. Johnson, he's open from right there in the King of String.
Yeah, he was open at the free throw line on the other end.
Exactly. Gives it out to Wedding. Swings it now to Smith. They go over to Jack Coleman. Knocked away. Good steal by Fry. Fry down the right side on Ben Johnson. To the basket. Throws it up. And we're going to have a blocking foul called. And it's going to go on Lexington Catholic's Jackson Smith. Is that his second or first?
First.
It's his first. Second team foul.
I really like the ball movement there, and then in mid-air he was able to change hands, went from the right hand to the left hand, and that really is what drew that foul in. Everybody was swinging at the right side.
Free throw connected by Fry. That's his first point. Elijah Fry averaging 12.4, shooting 73% from the free throw line, William. And he got them both.
Pretty impressive.
So Mattingly has 6, 2 for Bodner, 2 free throws from Fry, 11-8. Out top, Michael Hawkins, 6'6" sophomore, checked in. They go back door, hanging and scoring is Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, possibly Mr. Basketball next year.
He would get my vote. Marquez of Henry Clay gets it right now because you got to look at the big games.
Yeah.
Quez had 34 against John Hart and 33 against Ballard.
And he also had a huge game against the #1 team in Georgia, who's only lost one game, and that's the Henry Clay.
Michael Hawkins has it, looking for help. Gives it back to Ben Johnson, goes to the basket, and he's fouled. He hung up in the air and tried to make it with his left hand, but the contact came from Fry, and he's going to be fouled by Fry. So 11-10 is your score. Lincoln County on top, and Ben Johnson will be up to the free throw line where he has made a living this year. Literally, William Moorfield, 85%.
Yeah. Coach Nigel Wilson Nigel Smith, here in the crowd, I bet he was grunting his teeth on that hit. Gary Ball.
Yeah, that was a
hard hit.
Contact. Goodness gracious.
Where'd I get Wilson from? Who's Nigel Wilson? He's a baseball player, isn't he?
Yep.
I have baseball in my mind.
Ben missed the second one, so we're tied at 11. That's the second time we've been tied tonight in the first quarter. 1:30 to go in this first period of action from Lexington Catholic. A battle pass in the middle, knocked away by Ben Johnson. BJ's got it. Good pass right side to Goldman. Lays it up and in. What a pass from Ben Johnson.
Well, you know we got to look at it again right here. Look at it. Oh, threading it.
What a no-look pass. That was Larry Bird-like.
That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
Ben Johnson showing he's a complete team player. 13-11. We want to thank Mingy Beef Jerky tonight. Mingy Beef Jerky, our title sponsor here on Prep Spin, and Curtis Mackley and Ron Mingy, the entire crew over at Mingy Beef Jerky.
Love those guys. You got to talk to him a little bit over at the Draw?
Yes, he was over at the Draw show. Yeah, got to talk to Curtis a little bit, and also to Elmer Whitaker. Whitaker Bank's a sponsor of ours, and we thank those folks for sponsoring Prep Spin. And we'll have tournament action beginning Monday night at Tates Creek, 43rd District action.
Yeah, we could not do what we do without great sponsors. I want to give another shout out to Atkinson Sims Commode, who sponsors us on the Lexington Catholic broadcast as well.
Exactly right. Lexington Diagnostic, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Kick it over to Mattingly. He's hit two. He hits it, and he's fouled.
Wow, that was a great follow-through right there. Stuck with it, had a man in his face, right in his grill, and able to hit it.
That's his third three-pointer. It's 14-13 now with Lincoln County on top, and Mattingly is a 6'2 junior, averages 9 points a game. He shoots 43%. He missed the free throw. He shoots 43% from three. 14-13. Ben Johnson, left elbow, got it, Ben Johnson.
They say, a three-point shooter, if you shoot 30% or better, you're doing good. It's kind of like the same way, batting and, in the major leagues.
I think 40% is good from three-point. That's just me.
3 out of 10 is not bad.
In the middle, Smith stops and pops him 12 off the back of the rim. Bodner battling, but coming down with a rebound is Ryan Russell, RR. Got to get your R's rolling, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Jack Goldman has become a solid ball player and scorer. Kicks it back out top to Hawkins. He gives it back to Ben Johnson. Sets a pick for Ben. Ben, dipsy doodle, puts it up with the left hand. It won't go in. Bodner really altered that at 6'8", didn't he?
That was a tough shot because Bodner's wingspan. You got to think about that.
He's a big kid. 15-14. Catholic by 1. 7 seconds. A jumper by Smith, in and out. Bodner rebounds down low, turns, hooks, up and in at the buzzer. So Bodner with the buzzer beater at the end of the first, and what a ball game we got here, William Moorfield to King of Stream. 16-15 Lincoln County as we head to the second quarter on the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week from Lexington Catholic.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
the numbers.
All right, back here live at Lexington Catholic. William Warfield alongside my tag team partner, the legend, Gary Ball.
Thank you very much, William Warfield, the king of string. 16-15. Boy, that big Boner turnaround there in the paint after he got the offensive rebound gave Lincoln the lead back to start the second quarter. No, they'll have the basketball.
Yeah, that was a big-time shot.
Here's a steal by Russell. Down court, hangs, and he's fouled. So good job by Ryan Russell with the quick steal. Hung up in the air and he drew the foul, so he'll go to the free throw line. Russell at one point this year was an 80% free throw shooter.
You know, Ryan Russell, Ethan Rahlbauer, those kids, Hawkins, coming off the bench this year for Lexington Catholic have been amazing.
Huge.
I mean, they have stepped up for this Knights team.
Free throw in and out, went halfway down the cylinder, came out. We're tied at 16. 7:48 in the first half. In the middle of the floor, Fry's got it, kicks it over right side to Smith, goes to Bodner, lays it up and in. Bodner. 6 for Bodner.
Bodner's coming to Lexington to make a name for himself.
Yeah, he's averaging double-double, over 10 points a game and nearly 10 rebounds.
You can make a name for yourself down at Lincoln County because you got an excellent head coach and you got a great staff over there that you know, tweet out about you and things like that.
Yep.
Good coverage on the radio with WPBK.
Yeah, that's right. Tim Estes does a great job. He's with WPBK. They're doing a game on radio tonight. And then William Warfield and I are doing prep spin. Johnson kicks it out now to the basket, up and in. Boy, nice job by Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith's going to the basket. He's not going to Washington. 18 all. 6:55 here. Long pass, knocked away, and there's Mr. Smith with the defense.
Man, he's all over the place.
Jack Goman straight down the middle, hangs, and rolls it in. Jack Goman's second bucket. And the lead to Lexington Catholic, 20-18 Knights.
Well, he saw Main Street. He didn't take any turns off of it, just kept going through all those lights.
He went right down Broadway, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Long pass, picked up by Smith, jumps up in the air and grabs it. 6:28, 2018. They go to Mattingly, and he's open from three. This one won't go. That's his first miss from three. He was 3 for 3 prior to that one. Good pass, threading the needle. Goman up and in on the back door. Wow. What an assist to Ben Johnson, showing why he's an all-stater and why he's one of the leading scorers in the state of Kentucky here on the Mingy Beef Jerky high school basketball game of the week. 6:16 to go in this first half, and Catholic has a 22-18 lead over Lincoln County.
That was amazing. I was just saying that pass was amazing.
Yeah, that equaled that no-look pass he had earlier in the game.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
All right, full court pressure by Catholic. They've gone with that throughout the game. It's given Lincoln County some problems, and Alcorn in the ball game goes to Bodner. Back it goes to Fry. Fry has it knocked away and picked off by Russell. Russell passes to Goman. He hangs. It won't go, and we're going to have a foul called, and I believe it's going to go on Lincoln County.
Looks that way.
Yep. Yeah, Alcorn, that's his first. At the line will be Goman, 75% free throw shooter. Jack Goman averaging 12 points. He's a solid. Jack Goman, I think, is one of the most improved players in the 11th region.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And he is a sophomore.
I say the most improved is probably the kid at LCA. The kid is scoring a lot of points.
Tanner
Walton.
Yeah,
he would probably be my number one for most improved. Because I mean, when Carter and Kyle was there, you never heard of the kid. You know what I mean?
Right. That's
very
true.
rarely.
That's 8 points already for Goman, by the way. 8 points. The lead is 6 for the Knights. Quietly, they've got a 6-point lead, don't they?
Yes, sir.
24-18, 5:48 to go against this good Lincoln County team. And Alcorn. No, good defense
Nice.
and great hustle by Russell. Ryan Russell.
How about that, Ryan Russell.
And also in the ball game is Colson Perry's in there. So Perry is checked in.
You know, that game against Madison Central the other day kind of scared the Knights a little bit.
Yeah,
I think Coach Salzman really got into him because he's like, look, man, a game like that, it could be over.
It took a 40 points by Ben Johnson, didn't it, to pull that out?
Yeah.
Didn't he have 40 in that game?
Yeah,
Perry gives it out top to Smith. They go to Ryan Russell. I just like saying that. Ryan Russell. Ben Johnson.
It's like Ruffles with bridges.
Yeah.
Right?
Fake it with the ball is Russell. Gives it over to Luke Wedding. 5:15, 24-18. Lexington Catholic by 6. Lexington Catholic 25-2, an outstanding record. Lincoln County a great record at 22-6.
These two teams historically have played each other ever since
Ben Johnson in and out on a deep three, but that's in his range. I don't mind him taking that shot.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jackson Smith pounds it down. He has not scored in this game. Only starter that hasn't scored. Madeley's got 10 points. He gives it back, and now, nope, he still hasn't scored. I thought that looked good when it left, but there's a long pass to Wedding, and he lays it up and in as he outran the coverage, so to speak. Luke Wedding doing his best football imitation. 26, and Perry's going to reach in and foul.
Touchdown, Knights.
Yep. We mentioned Jack Goldman might be the quarterback this fall for the Knights.
I heard that too, yeah. And you know,
might be. I mean, it's going to probably be a battle according to Brueggemann, but Brueggemann's a defensive guy. What does he know?
Hey, by the way, we need to send a shout out to Tony and Lucy.
Out of the corner, and there's a three knocked down by Fry.
And I'm sure Ann's watching too.
That's 5 for Fry. The lead is 5 for the Knights, 26-21.
Brueggemann knows his football, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And what he doesn't know, Tony does.
Yeah. Kevin knows I'm just kidding him. Here's Ben Johnson down the lane with the left hand. Boy, nice shot by Ben Johnson with 5. 28-21. The Lexington Catholic Knights lead by 7. 3:52 to go. Back, and there's going to be a foul called. I think Russell got a little over aggressive that time. First foul on Russell. That's the team's 5th foul. So will not be the shooting, will not be the bonus. So they're getting some moisture up. (28-21), 3:51 to go in the first half from Lexington Catholic. Elijah Fry gets it back to Jackson Smith. Over to Mattingly, lets the three go, off the mark. Mattingly hit his first threes, and boy, he missed that one badly. He's missed his last couple of three-pointers. Ben Johnson down the lane to Perry, back to Ben out front. Ben gets it up to Smith, cutting through with the left hand up and in. Nice shot by Russell.
That was a hard shot right there.
Yeah. 30-21, Knights' biggest lead of 9 points, and a pass sails over the head of Baylor Mattingly from Jackson Smith into the bench area of Catholic, and it goes back to Lexington Catholic. Catholic trying to bust it open here a little bit, aren't they, King of Stream?
Yeah, up by 9 right now against a very good, solid Lincoln County team.
3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this first half from Lexington Catholic. Gary Ball and William Moorfield, the King of Stream. Ben Johnson down low, hangs, rolls no good, and rebounded, and coming up with it was Alcorn, Bryceton Alcorn. Get up to Smith. Smith working on Russell. Over it goes to Alcorn, to the basket, hanging, no, and rebounded by Wedding. Jermaine Alcorn couldn't get that shot to go. Perry gives it, and here's Russell, three-pointer off the iron. Rebounded by, give it out top. Luke Wedding launches, and back of the rim, no, and then a long rebound by Smith. Double team, gets out of it, and gets it to Fry. Lies now back to Smith. Smith, and he's going to be fouled.
Smith not liking Perry's aggressive defense there.
Yeah, and I think Perry's going to check out as Goldman and Rothbauer check back in to join Ben Johnson, Russell, and Luke Wedding. We've got Tremaine Alcorn in the game with Jackson Smith, Elijah Fry, Riley Bodner, and looks like, Baylor Mattingly's out of the ball game right now. Bryceton Alcorn in there. Smith, right elbow, spinning, kicks it over to Alcorn. He lets it fly. He got it. Was it a three? Yes, it was.
Just behind the line.
So that's the 5th three-pointer hit by Lincoln here in the first half. 30-24, Lexington Catholic by 6. And they have lead and leather.
Surprising because Lincoln County's got that wide open gym out there at Lincoln County. It's huge.
Wedding. Down floor, hangs on the left side and uses glass.
It's always hot. Coach Jackson likes playing with the temperature up in there.
32-24. Lexington Catholic by 8.
Well,
they're 25-2 for a reason, aren't they, William?
Yes. You ever walked into an indoor swimming pool?
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about, the humidity in there?
Hanging and scoring is Fry. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I went to the gym last night, and we got a pool over at LA Fitness.
It's like that over at Lincoln County, I promise you.
32-26, Catholic on top of Lincoln. Luke Wedding angling left side, gives it out top to Rothbauer, back to Wedding. 57 seconds here in this first half of action. Rothbauer gives to Russell, looking for Ben Johnson, back door, and he traveled with the basketball. So Lincoln County can cut it down to 4 here, or 3 with a three-pointer, and that's going to get Ryan Russell back in the game for Ben Johnson.
Show Coach Jackson here for a second.
Jeff's a good one.
Man, he is. And I tell you what, he puts in the work, too. I see him all the time out scouting.
Yeah, successful wherever he's been. Down floor, Smith. Strong to the basket. Little Euro step, no good. Rebound, and it comes out top. Diving on the floor. They get it down to Smith. Goes back door to Bodner, and he lays it up and in.
Good set there by Lincoln County.
That's 8 for Bodner. 32-28. We got players shaking up a little bit, cramping, I think.
I don't know if it's cramping or if he may have took a shoulder to the back of the leg there possibly. But you want to thank Mingy Beef Jerky, the official game day snack of Prep Spin. Mingy Beef Jerky, Gary Ball. Also our title sponsor here on the network, Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. Want to thank those fine folks, John Sims. If you're thinking about bankruptcy, give him a call. He'll take care of you, answer all your questions, all that good stuff.
And I want to thank the young lady who let me in the back door here tonight.
Who's that?
She played basketball for Lexington Catholic. I don't know who it was. She just let me in the back door. I stood there for about 10 minutes.
We got the dance coach.
Yeah, we got the dance. She would have let me in.
She can't keep still. She's ready to dance.
She's ready to dance. Yep.
She's got her team getting ready to perform here at halftime. Got the music getting ready. And how have you all done, by the way, in throughout the competition this season?
Great.
Yeah.
Girls have really done a great job.
Done a great job, she says.
Yep.
Let me grab this real quick. Here. Go ahead. There you go.
The dancers have done a wonderful job. They received 5th overall and 7th overall at our Jam Fest Super Nationals this past weekend. I couldn't ask for a better dance team, honestly.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yep.
We're big fans. We get to see them during halftime, a lot of the home games, but never rarely get to cover them, so to speak, put them out there on social media or whatever. But maybe that's something we can start doing. How do you broadcast a dance team? How do we do that? Just halftime entertainment type thing, right?
Well, they have dance competition now.
Yeah, the dance competition. I know the state dance competition.
Yeah.
Something to think about. Here we go.
Ben Johnson back in there for the Knights. 28 seconds here in this first half. 32-28. Lexington Catholic by 4. They've led by as many as, 10, William?
Yeah, they've been up by 10.
10 points in this first half, and then Lincoln County cut into that lead on a Bodner drive to the basket, laid it up on the right side.
Bodner's a game changer.
Yeah, he's got 8 points. Down low, Ben Johnson hangs and scores.
So Ben. Ben's a game
Ben
changer.
Johnson, he'll probably have a big second half. That's a good sign right there.
Yeah.
Across the line and firing, and that's going to be off the mark by Smith. We had the locker rooms here at halftime where Lexington Catholic leads by 6, 34-28 over Lincoln County. And Lexington Catholic Knights and the Patriots of Lincoln County, 34-28.
Hey, we're gonna take a break, but we're gonna keep it here so we can show the dance team here during the halftime.
Gotcha.
Cool.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Lexington Catholic Knights team. How about the dance team? Thank you, ladies. We will continue our senior night celebration now with our cheerleaders and our dance team members. All right, first the cheerleaders. Gracie Hardy. Gracie's being escorted by our parents Mike and Christine Hardy. She attended Christ the King Middle School, has been a member of the cheer program for 4 years. Gracie is also a member of the Service Club, the Baby Club, and the National Honor Society. Gracie's college choices include the University of Kentucky, Clemson University, and the University of Dayton. Gracie Hardy. Caitlin Mines. Caitlin is being escorted tonight by her mother Allison Peavy, brother Brayton Peavy, godparents Ken and Myron Blair, and her godbrothers Avon, Chase, Blair. Caitlin has been a member of the cheer program for 2 years. She's been a Catholic diversity speaker and is a participant in the Latino Leadership College experience. Caitlin plans to attend BCTC and study human services with a major in social justice and inequality. Caitlin Mines. Anne-Marie Sanders. Anne-Marie is being escorted tonight by her grandmothers Nancy Sanders and Carolyn Hale, and her cousin Belle Turner. Anne-Marie attended Christ the King Middle School, has been a member of the cheerleading program for 4 years. She is also a member of the Service Club, the Baby Club, the National Honor Society, and Dance Blue. Anne-Marie's college choice is the University of Kentucky. Anne-Marie Sanders. And your dance team members. First, Sydney and Carolyn Clevenger. Sydney is being escorted by her parents, Carla and Brady Clevenger, and her sister, Alex Clevenger. She is a 5-year member of the dance team and attended Lincoln Catholic Middle School. Sydney is also a member of the Art Club, the Spirit Club, and the Circus Club. This fall, Sydney will attend the Savannah College of Art and Design. Sydney Barrel Clevenger. Lauren is being escorted tonight by her parents, Stephanie and Ray Deppa, her brother, Seth Deppa, and her grandparents, Roman and Alta Deppa. Lauren attended St. Peter and Paul Middle School, has been a member of the dance team for 4 years. She is also a member of the United Town Performing Arts and Vision competition teams, the Dance Blue Committee, and the Service Club. Lauren's college choices include the University of Kentucky and the University of Mississippi. Lauren Deppa. How about a big hand for all of our senior cheerleaders and dance team members?
All right. Gary Ball, halftime here. It's 34-28. We got us a good one right now.
Yeah, good ball game. Looked like Catholic was going to try to get some separation, but Lincoln County would have none of that. Came back, hit a couple of threes. In that first half, they hit a total on my sheet of 5 3-pointers. So good three-point shooting by Lincoln County kept them in this game. Looking at Catholic, they have hit no three-pointers.
Wow.
But you know that'll change, William,
Yeah.
in the second half, because when Ben Johnson lights it up, he lights it up.
Yeah. Catholic's not hit a single three.
Not on my sheet.
Amazing. Amazing.
They usually always hit a bunch, don't they?
Yeah. I mean,
but they're still, you look and they're still ahead by 6 points.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking, because, not hitting the three, and they usually hit a bunch of them.
And the injured player for Lincoln County, by the way, was Tremaine Alcorn. He had to be helped off the court.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see him in the second half. Matter of fact, he's down at the end of the bench with his leg up.
I was going to say, it looked like he took an unintentional chop block, if you will, to the back of the leg when they were diving for the ball.
Lincoln County, a good basketball team, 22-6. They've got a good RPI ranking. Lexington Catholic, 25-2. They were number 3 in the RPI behind John Harden and Ashland, I believe. Ashland's still undefeated, William.
Yeah. I was looking at, their strength of schedule is not that impressive, though.
Yeah, they got to get out, as Dave Baker said on the Draw Show last week. Got to get out of the area.
There we go.
Lexington Catholic, it'll be Ben Johnson, Jack Goman, Ian Rothbauer, Russell, and Wedding. Johnson out of the right side. That's off the iron. No good. The iron was not kind. Rebounded by Smith. Smith wanting to push it. Hands it over to Alcorn, Bryston Alcorn. Gives it back to Jackson Smith. Looking down low to Bodner. Can't get it to him. Now they bounce it to Bodner. Double team. Ball knocked away, but picked up by Alcorn, and he loses the handle on it. Brings it back out to Fry.
Well, I think Lincoln County's thinking that the weakness is inside, which could be the case because Lexington Catholic doesn't have a true big man on the team. You know what I mean? Other than Hawkins.
Yeah, there's a drive to the basket and a foul called. I think they called it on the floor. Yeah, before the shot they did. And that was what Smith was contending, was that he was shooting the ball, but foul was called before he shot.
Called that on Luke Wedding, by the way.
Yep. Wedding's first. Goes to Fry. Kicks it out now to Alcorn, and that's going to be a charge call.
Jackson Smith taking it again. That seems to be the theme this year in the 11th region anyway, is teams taking charges. Tate's Creek's really good at that. Frankfurt's really good at that.
That's what will be next Monday night with Prepspin's district basketball tournament coverage. Will be at Tate's Creek High School. First game will be Lafayette and Dunbar. 4-5 game, William.
Exciting.
7:45.
Winner gets Catholic.
Yep, Wednesday night. Russell looking out top to Ben Johnson. Over comes to Jack Goman. Comes out top now to Smith. Smith to the basket. Over Bodner. Smith doesn't care who's there.
LCA and Creek will play. That'll be a good game.
Yeah, that'll be Tuesday night. This is the boys' action. Well, that's also have the girls, right, William?
Yes.
All the girls' games from the 43rd.
I believe so. I hate doing one and not the other. And even in the region, we've always had
girls' games. Yeah.
Girls' games on.
Yeah.
We're not like that one particular local radio station in Lexington.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about WPBK. They cover all sports for boys and girls, but the ones in Lexington only cover boys sports for some reason.
Yep. Except when I was at VLK, I did the girls' games.
I know you did.
There's another foul called against Catholic, and it's going to send to the line Bryston Alcorn. He had 4 points in the first half. It's 36-28, Catholic by 8.
That's when you know you're doing it for the right reasons, when you get everybody equal coverage.
Yep. And we plan on doing the 11th region, and we'll have boys and girls. Of course, the first round, it'll be at a district winner's place, so can't do all of them. But
well, I would imagine we would Catholic makes it to region, of course, we'll be set up right here, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would think that would be a good place. 36-30, Goman.
I like to call it home, Gary Ball.
Yep. Ben Johnson, baseline jumper off the mark and rebounded by Bryston Alcorn. He gives it to Elijah Fry. Goes to Mattingly. Back down low to Bodner. Bodner goes back door, knocked away. Good defense there by Smith. Got a hand on it. Ben Johnson to Wedding. Goes baseline, lost the handle on the ball, went off of the Lincoln County player. Alcorn to go back to the Knights. 36-30, Lexington Catholic by 6. 5:49 here in the third quarter. Lobs to Ben Johnson, puts it up, no, and rebounded by Fry. Ben usually always makes that tip in.
Almost always.
Here's
right.
Mattingly, a three. That's off the rim, no good, and rebounded by Smith.
You read my mind, Gary Ball.
To the basket, Goman, and Goman puts it up and in. 10 points for Jack Goman. Did not get to start tonight because it was senior night. They started 5 seniors. Ben Johnson didn't start tonight. He's only a junior. Imagine that. He'll be back next year.
Yeah.
Catholic will be good next year.
Should be.
Alcorn out top to Elijah Fry. Back it comes to Jackson Smith. Penetrates over to Mattingly. Another three. Got this one. Mattingly, that's his 4th three-pointer. He has 12 points. And just like that, it's 38-33. We got ourselves a good one here at Catholic.
Well, it's going to turn into a good old-fashioned barn burner by the time it's over with.
Ben Johnson. You know, last year it was a 1-point win for Lincoln County, but Catholics won 10 out of the last 11. Here's Luke Wedding, bullseye.
It's hard to win down in Lincoln County. Very hard to win at Lincoln County.
41, it's like you're going into a swimming pool, right?
Well,
a sauna.
A sauna, yeah.
Yeah. Jackson Smith over now to Alcorn.
It's intimidating playing there.
Mattingly, another three. Got it again. That's 15 for Baylor Mattingly, and all 5 of them have been trifectas. Pretty good shooting, huh?
Yes, sir.
He's 5 for 8 from three-point. Luke Wedding to the basket, up and in, and he will get the soup and the sandwich.
All right, well, let's watch that again. Let's see if he fulfills his plate here. Watch this, Gary Ball.
Does he want any ketchup with that?
Only if his sandwich is a burger.
That's right. That's right.
There wasn't no ketchup in the soup, right?
That's right. And Wedding completes the play, knocks down the free throw. 44th, so that extends the lead back out for the Knights. 44-36 over this good Lincoln County. And folks probably think we're sort of just playing this game. No, Lincoln County's a good basketball team.
Yeah.
It's not just Mattingly who's got it out front and drills another three.
That was a question that I had asked tonight when I first got here. I was down there and on the floor, and I asked, one of the assistant coaches, I won't say which one it is. I said, look, are you guys going to be playing this game tonight, or is it just going to be one of those games, whatever happens, we'll get ready for the tournament? They said no.
Baylor Mattingly's hit 6 threes, 18 points, so he came to play.
Yeah.
He's 6 for 9 from 3-point.
They said this game means a lot to him.
Lincoln County, yeah, means bragging rights because
and
you got one of the top teams in the state here, Lexington Catholic.
And I know the RPI doesn't matter at this point, but when people are looking at it next week and you see these two matched up and whoever wins the ball game, that's certainly going to catapult them in the top 10 because you got 13 Lincoln County, you got 9 Lexington Catholic already's in the top 10, but they could catapult the top 5.
Yep. Lexington Catholic's number 3 in the RPI.
Are they number 3 in the RPI?
Number 3 in the RPI, yeah.
Okay. I guess I was looking at Cantrell's.
Cantrell's rankings. His rankings are.
I think matchup-wise, though, it'll still catapult them both teams up there.
Yeah. It's 44-39, and I tell you what, Baylor Mattingly, 6 3-pointers for Lincoln County, 18 points. He leads everybody in this game. Yep. You do have Luke Wedding with 11 points. Jack Goman. Rothbauer has it knocked away. Here comes Mattingly. Bounce pass back right side and hanging with the ball, and it's going to be Lincoln County basketball.
Jackson Smith and Ben Johnson was stripping at that basketball right there.
Yeah, Bryceton Alcorn, and Fry cuts to the corner. Out top, he swings it to Smith. Mattingly, they're going to give him some pressure now. Luke Wedding's come out on Mattingly. Mattingly, a 6'2" shooting guard. Bodner kicks it over, and here's a three-pointer out of the left side by Smith. That's no good, and rebounded by Goman.
Yep.
Johnson over to Wedding. Penetrates on Bodner, and he's kind of, I don't know how he made that shot, William.
Well, he adjusted midair is how he made it.
Yeah. Adjusted in midair, 56-39.
That's one of those things you see on the playground, that just happens to go down.
Yep. That's one you hope you get the and one, right?
Create it.
Alcorn, and he's going to be fouled. 2:52 to go in this third quarter. Lexington Catholic 46, Lincoln County 39. Foul went on Luke Wedding, his third foul. Going out will be Rothbauer. Coming back in to the game will be Ryan Russell.
Now, I do believe business will pick up in that fourth quarter on both teams. I think they both will go to another level that we ain't seen yet in this game.
Jackson Smith gives it up over to Alcorn. Open, missed it. Bodner rebounds. Shovels it over and stolen by Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson just telegraphed that pass.
Down low he goes now to Goman. Gets it back out to Russell, to the basket, and it rolls off. Rebounded by Bodner and knocked out there by Luke Wedding. Colton Ralston, a freshman, comes in for Alcorn. So Colton Ralston in. .232 to go in this third quarter from Lexington Catholic. Ralston in backcourt, gives it to Smith in the middle of Fry. Fry kicks it over to Mattingly, open from three, off the mark, but rebounded by Bodner, hooks it up and in.
He's going to be tough to stop.
He is a 6'8" senior.
Yeah, he's going to be tough to stop when they go to their district and regional play.
Yeah.
One tough guy to stop.
Give it to Goldman, launches a three, off the mark, flying through. Rebounding, great job by Russell. Gives it back to Goldman. Boy, that was good hustle there by Russell.
Ryan Russell. Yeah,
Perry's checked in.
Ryan Russell may get my six-man award.
Back it goes to Jack Goldman. In the middle of Perry. Perry, double team, gets it over to Ben Johnson. Baseline, he comes out to Russell, and he knocks it down. That's a three.
And he knocked it down with a man right in his grill.
49-41, Catholic by 8, leading Lincoln County. Power out of the 12th region. 22 wins coming in. Catholic 25-2. Smith, Mattingly wide open, got it again. That's his 7th three-pointer. 21 for Baylor Mattingly. 7 threes. He's got 21 points. It's 49-44. Is he going to hit 10 today? That's going to be the question. Talking three-pointers.
Yeah.
Perry, Ben Johnson, moving in the right elbow, hangs and knocks down on the right side. Tries to knock down the right elbow shot, won't go, and here comes Lincoln County. Fry hands it to Smith, back tap and a steal. They lead out to Ben Johnson, and he's got a bust out, drives and lays it up and in. That's 9 points for BJ.
Yeah, right place, right time, and too easy.
Ben Johnson. We talked about the state's leading scorers. Ben Johnson right up there. Less than a point behind the leading scorer.
How many has he got tonight?
Knocked down by Fry. Three-pointer. He has 9 points, Ben Johnson.
Yeah, he's got work to do,
He's got a quarter to go, and he didn't start, remember?
Yeah.
He didn't start because it was senior night.
Yes, sir.
So he missed 5 minutes of the game. 10 seconds, Catholic by 4, 51-47. Leading this good Lincoln County team. Goldman into the lane, gets it down low, reverse, stop and in, and a shot made by Smith, who's got a dozen. And the lead is 6 for Lexington Catholic as we head to the fourth quarter, 53-47. Lexington Catholic on top of Lincoln County. We'll be back with the fourth and final stanza, we think, here on PrepSpin.com, the leading digital network in the state of Kentucky, the Mingy Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
Return here live to Lexington Catholic High School. It's William Warfield and the legend, the man himself, Gary Ball.
Glad to be here with you, King of Stream. 53-47. We got ourselves a good one here, and I tell you, this Mattingly kid has shot lights out. He's 7 for 10 from three-point. He's got 21 points. Everything he's made has been a three.
I am the lucky one, Gary Ball.
Well, we got the 8 minutes up, the final quarter, and Lincoln County will start with a basketball. You got to know where number 12 is. He's over in the left corner. So Catholic in a 3-2 zone. Mattingly now streaks through the left side. He's trying to do his best hero impression on that baseline, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Trying to get lost down there. Smith, you can't lose number 12. He's hit 7 threes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta stay on him.
Fry. Mattingly now streaks over to the right side. Comes back over to Fry. Down low, Bodner turns and misses the jumper. Rebounded by Alcorn, and he is going to be a jump ball call. That's a good block by Goldman.
Yeah, let's watch that again here on the replay. Watch Goldman right there. Able to block that, tie it up.
With some authority. 7:22 to go in this basketball game. It's a good one here tonight. Lexington Catholic and Lincoln County, 53-47, Knights on top of the Patriots. I've had Jeff Jackson on the Scholastic Ball Report many times.
I had, when we first printed our magazine, Central Kentucky Sports Magazine, back in 2008, Gary Ball.
Yep.
Labor of Love, big 2-pager in there on Jeff Jackson.
Yep. Ben Johnson drew the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. 6:58 to go here in the ball game. Ben Johnson will shoot a couple of free throws and have an opportunity to give Catholic extend the lead. Our tournament action gets underway Monday night over at Lexington Tates Creek High School, 43rd District. Lafayette and Dunbar boys will follow the girls' game. Who plays in the girls' game, William? I have to look that up on a.
Yeah, it's kind of flopped from what
LCA.
the boys got.
LCA is one of the opponents. I know that.
Yeah, I believe it's LCA and Catholic, right?
Yeah, LCA and Catholic girls. So that's Monday night. They play at 6 o'clock or 6:15, and the boys play at 7:45.
Yeah, you got to hand it off to Allie Denton too. She's bounced back.
Yeah.
Lafayette head coach.
Shot missed by Alcorn, but he'll go to the charity stripe, shoot a couple of free throws. 54-47. Ben Johnson only hit one of his free throws to make it 54-47. 7-point lead for the Knights. At the line, Alcorn, and he misses the free throw. Bryston, a 5'10 senior, averages nearly 9 points and does a good job with 5.3 rebounds. Missed both free throws, rebounded by Ben Johnson. Mr. Johnson.
Hey, just news for the Lexington Catholic fans wanting to watch the game on Thursday night, the home game for Lexington Catholic girls. They're playing over in Alumni Gym because they've got a play here or something going on this court.
Yeah.
So we will not have that game on.
Right. Well,
Thursday.
William, I tell you, I've been here so many times for the girl. You've been here all season. I haven't done as many games as I should, but I'm here for the big games.
Yes, sir. Gary, we've done over 140 games already.
Ben Johnson and the ref said he was using that chicken wing, William, fighting off the defender. Foul's called on Ben Johnson. That's his first foul. 6:24 to go in this game. 54-47. Manley's trying to get open, make this a 4-point ball game. On the right side, Manley has the basketball, kicks it back to Smith. He gives to Bodner, back to Smith out front. Tipped away for a moment there by Rothbauer. Back it comes Mattingly. Boy, he's getting a lot of token pressure now. Smith over to Bodner. Bodner out top to Fry. Fry loses a handle on it. Stolen. And they lead it to Goldman on the right side. He gets it back inside. And there's going to be a tough shot put up and in by Smith.
He's having a great senior night.
He's having a great senior. You're exactly right. 56-47. The lead is 9 for Lexington Catholic, trying to win their 26th ball game, William. 26-2.
Amazing.
If they win this one. And they got Wayne County Friday night, right?
Yes.
Down at Wayne County. Try to end their regular season. And there's going to be a charge call on Alcorn.
Yeah, they finished out the season with 2 12 region opponents. That's pretty interesting. I think the Wayne County game was just kind of one that was added last minute, though.
Well, they play Wayne County just about every year in the last game.
It seems like, yeah.
So,
who's the head coach over at Wayne County? Do you know?
Wood, Rodney Wood.
Rodney Wood, that's right.
Rodney Wood.
Yeah, he's all-time leading wins guy too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a lot of wins.
He's in the top 10.
With the ball way out front is Ryan Russell. 5:12 to go in this ball game.
Maybe that's why Salzman does it. Is the Lincoln County game and the Wayne County games kind of measuring sticks to go along with.
He wants to go up against coaching strategy.
Coaches that are
Goldman
awesome.
And runs into the lane, and blocking foul's going to be called. And you know what Alcorn's thinking? Well, why wasn't it called down on our end?
I think we figured him out. What do you think?
Well, we know Brandon pretty well.
I think Brandon ups his stock whenever he plays coaches like that, so he can say, hey, I beat those guys.
By the way, Alcorn just fouled out. And coming back in the game will be Ralston, Colton Ralston, a freshman. That number 5's a freshman.
I think his dad used to be the athletic director, didn't he, over at Lincoln County?
Ralston?
Yeah. Steve Ralston. I think he was the athletic director over there. Maybe his uncle, maybe.
I think you're right. We'll have to ask Tim Estes over here at PBK doing a ball game. And Goldman hit them both. 58-47, an 11-point lead is the biggest lead that Catholic has had tonight. They had a 10-point lead temporarily in the first half. They lead by 11 here at Lexington Catholic. Mingy Beef Jerky is our proud title sponsor, thanks to Curtis Mackley and the folks at Mingy Beef Jerky.
Well, I'll tell you what, they love us and we love them.
Yeah, the feelings are mutual.
It's a great relationship we have there.
It's a great partnership, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Partnership made in beef jerky heaven.
Yes, sir.
I know you got some Mingy beef jerky right here.
I do.
58-47, 4:59 to play. Lexington Catholic, Lincoln County here on Lexington Catholic's home court, Buter Gymnasium here at Lexington Catholic. Been a good ball game here tonight. Manley's got to get going here. He's got 7 3-pointers, but they kept him quiet here for a little while. Manley has it deep on the right side, penetrates, kicks it up over to Elijah Fry. Back at Elijah Fry, Dipsy Doodle misses. Bodner, battling, puts it up, no, and Fry taps and coming down with it, and we're going to have
it's going to stay with Lincoln County, it looks like.
Yep, Lincoln basketball.
Smith the inbound.
Yeah, they're trying to wipe up all the moisture with their gym shoes.
We need to get Coach Salzman and Coach Tech. We need to get them one of those little mops that we see at the college games. Maybe put the Prep Spin logo on it or something.
That'll work.
Good advertising.
Get on that, will you?
Why haven't we sold that advertising?
Smith, that's a good question. Fry gives it back to Smith. Ralston clearing out, Mattingly clearing out. They come over to Elijah Fry. Jeff Jackson up. He's pointing to Mattingly on the side, but Jackson Smith over to Elijah Fry. Down low, Bodner, and he threw it up too strong, won't go. And here comes Ben Johnson and Lexington Catholic with an 11-point lead, 4:14 to play. Goman gives it up to Russell in the corner to Luke Wedding. He'll kick it out. Ben Johnson, a deep three, and that's an air ball.
Wow. Ben uncharacteristic on that shot.
Yeah. Ben has not had his typical game, has he, William? Kika String.
I wonder if he's okay tonight. Feeling good.
Well, the senior night, so
yeah.
Ralston back comes to Fry, back to Smith. Down the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebounded, coming out of there with it. Smith gives it up to Ben Johnson. Ben has it tapped from behind as he hits the floor pretty hard.
Down goes Johnson. Kind of like down goes Frazier, right?
You know, you got to like it when you can. There's a lob to Wedding, and that's short. You got to like it when you're a star player struggling. You're still beating a really good team by 11 points.
No doubt.
58-47. Over it comes now. Ralston a three off the mark and rebounded. Coming out with it is Russell, Ryan Russell. Russell on the side court. Gives it back to Ben Johnson. The free throw line jumper knocks it down.
There he is.
Ben Johnson makes it the biggest lead for the Knights, 13, 60-47, 3:10 to play. Give it up to Fry. Smith, Ralston out of the corner again. Bodner cutting through and putting it up. Won't go there for Fry. And Catholic rebounds. They're smelling a victory, and that would be their 26th victory. Russell, three-pointer, yes!
Wow.
63-47.
Ryan Russell, big game.
And Jeff Jackson wants a timeout. Lexington Catholic stretching it out to their biggest lead of 16 points, 63-47, 2:40. Who are they calling for over there, William?
They want
a player in, don't they?
Pavin, I think so they were saying. Pavin.
Matthew Papin.
Is that who they're asking?
I guess.
I think that's who they're saying.
So we have just 2 minutes and 49 to go in this game. 63-47. Catholic has blown open a close ball game.
So you're getting a good look of the Lexington Catholic dungeon over there. What an outstanding season they have had. Hopefully they continue to do so on the road. Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, they'll be at Tate's Creek for the district next week.
We'll sell that place out over there, man.
Yeah, 43rd will be packed over there at Tate's Creek. Tate's Creek plays Tuesday night against LCA. We'll have that game right here on Preps Bend. Monday night it'll be Lafayette and Dunbar.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday night, Lexington Catholic will play the winner of the 4-5 game. That's Lafayette and Dunbar on the boys' side. Have all the girls' action as well.
All right.
Fry over to Smith. Looking to Ralston deep in the corner. Ralston in trouble. Gives it back to Jackson Smith. Back here comes Elijah Fry. Back over now to Riley Bodner. And here's Ralston. Put it up and in. It's his first basket for the freshman.
I wonder if Bodner, if he's any kin to the Boyle County kid that plays on the football team or did play for a football team. Remember the Bodner kid that plays for Boyle County? I wonder if he's any kin. Cousins, maybe?
They're probably cousins. Everybody's cousins in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson has a strip by Elijah Fry to the basket, and he's fouled by Ben Johnson. So Elijah Fry will go to the line. He has 10 points in the ball game, has hit 2 3-pointers, but the story of this ball game is Baylor Mattingly. He's hit 7 threes. He's been quiet here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But he had 7 threes. He's got 7 threes in this game.
We got to go back and look at the film, but I wonder if Salzman switched up defense on him.
They put Luke Wedding at 6'4" on him.
Okay.
A bit taller guy.
Kind of harder to shoot over.
Yep. And he hits both free throws. Elijah Fry makes it 63-51. 2 minutes to go in this ball game from Lexington Catholic. Give it back to Ben Johnson. In the middle now, Russell. Over it comes now to Russell from Smith. Down low, Smith in the corner. Luke Wedding, baseline jumper. 3, good. Luke Wedding. He was invited to the wedding.
Yeah.
He got the invitation, and he nailed the free throw. 66. And what was all that? What was all the ESPN banner fell off the table?
Yeah, they need to replace it. I'm requesting in the dungeon next year to replace that and put prep spin on that table. They want some TV love. We'll put prep spin on the table.
You tell them, King of String. At the line will be Jackson Smith. And he has not scored in this ball game, and he misses the free throw. My scoring is very unofficial. I'm not the official scorer. Luke Wedding. And he has it back tapped by Ralston. It goes back to Lex Cath. 1:29 to play. Lexington Catholic 66, Lincoln County 51.
It's been an impressive showing for the Knights.
Yeah, without Ben Johnson, his usual big night.
Still, they got 15 in the game now?
Yep. And the shot put up and in by Papin. That's what they wanted.
That's what they wanted.
They got the baseline J. 68-51. Right side, down low, Bodner. Kicks it to Ralston, 3-pointer. No good.
That's why they started cheering real loud.
Yep. And diving on the floor.
Look at that.
That's great hustle there.
You gotta love that, man. Watch this, Gary Ball. He's all over it, wasn't he?
Matthew Paper. Boy, he wouldn't give up that ball, was he?
No, not
Minute
at all.
4. Comes now to Rothbauer. Back to Hampton. And there's a 3-pointer by Luke Wedding. He has hit 4 threes. Luke Wedding's got a big ball game.
It's amazing. Catholic just like that, up by 20.
Yeah, by 20 points. They're on top of this Lincoln County team. That's Elijah Fry with the 3-pointer. He has 15. 71-54. Luke Wedding down low, and then there's a shot put up and in by Smith. He's got 16, William.
Excellent senior night for Jackson Smith.
20 seconds to go in the ball game. Mattingly gives it to Jackson Smith, and he knocks it down. That's his first bucket.
That's a Smith and Smith connection right there, just on opposite teams.
First bucket on the right side. 73-57.
I wonder what it's like hearing your name back-to-back like that.
So the game is over. Lexington Catholic on their senior night win their 26th ball game. Go to 26-2. They beat a good Lincoln County team, 73-57. They dropped to 22-7 on the season. But William, this game will get Lincoln County ready for that tough region they play in over there.
I read Coach Jackson's lips as he's talking to Salzman. He says, "Coach, you got a heck of a team." He didn't say heck of a team, but he said,
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they got a really good ball club.
You got a really good team.
So Lexington Catholic, I tell you, they're going to be a tough out in that district tournament next week at Tates Creek. We'll have all the tournament action beginning Monday night. The girls and boys, the boys game will be the 4-5 game. The girls game, who'd you say that was on the girls side? LCA?
LCA Lex Cath.
LCA Lex Cath on the girls side. That will be, I believe it's at 6 o'clock. And then the boys game scheduled for 7:45 at the 43rd District at Tates Creek. And then Tuesday night we'll have the Tates Creek Commodores as they will take on that very good LCA team. I think they got their 18th win last night, didn't they, LCA? They beat a good Anderson County team last night.
Yeah, they did.
That's their 18th win.
That was their
Ted Hall's
night.
done a good job over there.
Yeah, yes.
So all the action will be next week at Lexington Tates Creek. I think that's our next broadcast is the district tournaments, right?
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to tell you, I was over there for the freshman tournament. There's a kid that plays for Great Crossing. Fuller, Tim Fuller Jr. He's a coach's son.
8th grader or freshman?
He's a freshman.
Freshman.
Let me tell you, man. He plays on the varsity team too, but he averages right at 6 points a game for the varsity team.
Right.
But I tell you what, when he's playing against kids his age, he lights it up.
Dominates.
He's the next big star, I promise you.
Fuller. We'll remember that name.
Tim Fuller Jr.
And I'll tell you folks, too, that we plan on covering the 11th region in its entirety. The opening rounds will be at the district winners' homes, and then the semifinals and finals move over to Eastern Kentucky University boys and girls action. So a lot of basketball still to be determined here on Prep Spin in the next couple of weeks, William Moorfield.
Yes, sir. And this time of year is always our favorite time of year. Outside of the football playoffs, this is where it's at. Gary Ball is.
Yep.
No one covers basketball like we do.
That's for sure.
I think you can say the same thing about football too. Thank you, sir.
Yep. So
let's shout out to the stats guys too.
Yeah, and we got to look at this final stat sheet here. Looking at Lincoln County. 21 points for Mattingly, and he was 7 for 11 from three-point range. 15 for Elijah Fry. But looking at Catholic, Goldman had 12. Jackson Smith had 16. Luke Wedding had 20.
Wow.
20 for Luke Wedding tonight. So he picks up the slack for Ben Johnson, who had 14. So Ben with 14, that's under his average. But you do 1, 2, 4 players in double figures for Catholic.
That's amazing. I'm going to pass this over to Mr. Estes because I'm sure he wants to get that out too.
Yeah, 73-57 to 57-73, so they win it by 16. So Catholic wins their 26th ball game here tonight, 73-57. It really broke open a close ball game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they did. Lexington Catholic, it was a close game. They're there for a while, and then Salzman and the Knights really, I think the switch really helped them when they put Wedding out there on the three-point shooter.
Yep.
That's really what the difference was, I think.
So, William, I'll see you over at Tates Creek Monday night.
Yes, sir.
And catch the Scholastic Ball Report every Sunday on the CW. I know this week we're going to have a lot of girls action. Franklin County and Mercer County girls are on the show this week, so we're going to have them on. And also Lafayette and Henry Clay will be represented on the Scholastic Ball Report Sundays at noon on the CW.
Yep. I'm excited, man. This is the time of year we love, like you said.
Tournament basketball gets underway Monday night from Lexington Tates Creek, the 43rd District. We'll have, of course, the opening round, Lexington Catholic, Lexington Christian girls at 6, and then the boys, Lafayette Dunbar, follow at 7:45. Looking forward to that with the King of Stream, William Moorfield. This is Gary Ball from Lexington Catholic. They win their 26th ball game against only 2 setbacks. They knock off Lincoln County 73-57 by 16 points, 4 players in double figures. Florida King of Stream, this is Gary Ball. We'll see you next Monday at the 43rd District at Tates Creek High School.